Hello, hello, welcome back. The BK line, that zombie, first and second, second and first. What a challenge, great to have you here. I managed to close the loop, the base is working, everything is working. I changed my scene settings a bit, so maybe it will be looking a bit, well, working a bit smoother today and looking a bit worse. We'll see about that. To TBM 850, same place as yesterday, but we'll be doing some hubs, so I'll run this plane in cruise, but I'll stay with Watson today. I don't feel like it. So we'll see about that. Great to see you here. Welcome, welcome. And I moved my ad manager to the other place, so I should be able to see when the app is coming a bit earlier. That's probably gonna work. We'll see. How have you been? I hope you're doing great. I hope your weekend's great. Right, let's put down the base and I will show you around. How is that? The BK line with the sub, 10 months. Whoa, thank you. It's been so long. I've been on and off, but well, we're back. And that zombie, 8 months. Thank you. Great to see you. All the visuals. Fantastic. I changed the view a bit today. We're looking at the control tower and the cargo terminal. The main terminal is a bit to the left, the GA terminal is a bit to the right, and we are standing at GA ramp, which is on the other side of the runway. I'll show you in a sec. I think I'll kill the loop. It went out pretty well, but I've got enough of it, so hang on. Loop goes off, music goes on, and sim goes on. I'll just disconnect the guitar, so one sec. Alright, I'm back. We are flying Charlie Peter Delta again, aka the Wonder, and we've got the main terminal there. That's a new scenery from Drzewiecki. I really like it, it's so nice. We've got the multiplayer traffic there, that's the hovering Ryanair. I'll keep the nameplates on. Hey, there's the beacon line! I'll just change the audio volume because the music is a bit whooshy. Or maybe I need more of that in my ear. Let me see. We also have the Sprinter, aka the Bubble, or whatever you want to call it. And the birds go off. Oh, there's two people there. I see, they have the cargo, but that cargo is not gonna fit in the Sprinter. I've not flown the TBM 850, so this should be interesting. Alright, I'll go through all the checklists. I went through all this preparation startup checklist yesterday. It took only 2 hours to get flying, so it's gonna be fine. I've got that zombie here, perfect. I will plan the route, so don't worry about that. I'm not ready to go anywhere yet. And I think the scene performance is way better when I lowered the settings. Also, well, we don't see grass over there and whatnot, but I don't think that makes much of a difference. And also the scenery includes some buildings in the city skyline, like this Sky Tower, the only skyscraper in the city. And we also have some churches over there. Oh, I see, so that's the big difference. Alright, maybe I'll go and change it. It looks back like we went back to Middle Ages. Hang on, hang on. It cannot stay like this. And I've got the survey to answer. It's gonna be here and... Damn. Which ones will that be? I'll just get those to 150 again. Hoping this will draw the buildings, but I feel that's not the setting I need. I think there's also the LOD setting somewhere. Object level of detail. That looks about right. Let's see what we've got now. Nope. Yesterday and I assumed there was a ton of objects there. Maybe, well, maybe. Maybe we don't need them at all. I think that changed everything. That's probably the one that's killing the performance, drawing so many objects. But we'll see. Alright, so let me get those back. Hang on, it was meant to be buildings. Oh, they're all neutral already. Right, let's see how this one will work. And we've got the ad starting soon. How soon? I don't know. It probably means 1 minute. Oh, it meant few seconds. Alright, now we've got all the buildings back. So we've got all the churches in downtown and makes the city skyline look so much better. And we've got the cranes all over. It's funny because all the... Oh no. What's it called? What's it called? Got the word. No towns. Not history missions. There's a ton about the cranes. How's that looking now? Perfect. Performance definitely worse, but still okay. Alright, at least I know how to manage that. Alright. I'll think about this off stream. So, let's jump in. What do we do first? Do we start the plane or do we plan the flight? I think we'll plan the flight, so you're ready to go. The first leg, I want to do this. Oh, so Drzewiecki sceneries, the ones we have, that's what we have so far. Bydgoszcz, Kraków, Lublin, Mazury, Modlin, Rzeszów. I'm skipping this one. Zielona Góra, that's where we're going now, Gdańsk and Wrocław. So we're taking off from Wrocław, we go to Zielona Góra. I think the next one will be Bydgoszcz. And then we can go to Gdańsk, Mazury, Lublin, Kraków, and maybe last Modlin. I don't know. It's too many of them to do in one stream. So let's get the first leg going. Right. That's where we take off from. That's where we go. And I bet there's gonna be some problem with the airway. Oh dear, that's too many details. So let's have a look. Runway 11 seems to be the one we need to take. And then departures, I think we need to go Xidnan. The one and only. That's where I always go. It's a funny one. Alright, I bet there's gonna be some problem with the arrival. Let's check the landing. 2-4. Oh, perfect. So it's the opposite way. Interesting. And see, that's where the travel begins. We've got the arrivals, so there's Obola and Barab. Looks like Obola will be the one. Oh, so we can go through Charlie Mike Papa and we'll be good to go. Perfect. Alright, maybe it's not so bad after all. Alright, runway 24 and Obola 1... no. Why is there two of them? Hang on, hang on. Because it's doing a loopy loop. Maybe we can fly the full procedure. We'll see about that. So the LS starts here, or we can go through final. All right, and you start. I don't know. Right, so let's get that ILS Zulu. Zulu goes 421, and the arrival. Now I see. Ball 1 uniform. Alright, we only have this bit to fix, so let's go to edit mode. And just to sign check, looks like it's 2A flight level 100 and the other one 2A flight level 100. Cool. So that's gonna be Lima 617. Oops. Lima 617 to Charlie Mike Papa. You can see the Charlie Mike Papa viewer from the train. I always look at it. It's a cool one. Right, and then Lima 980 Abalon. Okay, easy peasy. I will copy that for you. Oh, I see the problem. I have missed a space. Now I'll be a-okay, I hope. No? Oh, because the Charlie Mike Papa is called ADVAP. Perfect. The only difference is that this is a RNF waypoint and this is the VR. Seems like they're almost collocated. So it's more of a technical difference. Alright, ADVAP it is. Yo! Jesus, how you doing? Curious your shoutouts, first one of the day. Great to see you. We'll be flying the mighty TBM and we are in my place where I live. So that's a new scenery from Drzewiecki. It has this control tower, main terminal, GA terminal, our lonely J ramp, and a ton of buildings in a city skyline like the Sky Tower, some churches over there and whatnot. Yep, there we go. Oh, hang on, it's not there yet. I'll also update the scenery command. One sec. Control A, Control V, save, and it should be saved now. There we go, and the scenery is Airports by Drzewiecki design. That's all I'm gonna say. There's too many. You've seen them all. There's around 2 billion of them, or that many. You get the point. Alright, so that one's pretty quick. Also, interesting thing. Look, Jesus, there's VR and RNF point, which are almost collocated. Which is a bit funny. Did I break it? Yeah, it does, sorry. So I copied that before. Hang on, I'll correct that. Thank you. Good catch. The road, where are you? That should be a bit better now. Let's see. ADVAP. Alright, that's okay. Thank you. Good catch. Error. I will lower the settings. I think I liked, well, a smoother performance with the previous ones. So let's get this guy to 100. This guy to 100. And what did we have there? I think this was ultra. This was, let's keep it high. And let's keep this one on high. Nah, let's have them on medium. We'll see how this looks. Alright, looks okay from here. We'll see in flight. And my performance should be way... It's not better. Interesting. Right, we'll bother about it later. And ad starts in 5 seconds. Let's go. So I'll just open the checklist and we'll go through it. I will... Maybe, I don't know. So we've got 2 million checklists. Well, it's quite a lot actually. It's a good idea to know at least what checklist you have. So anything goes wrong, I can go here and see how to fix it. For example, airspeed failure, pitot heat, check on, alternate static, pull firmly. Oh, because airspeed does take static and dynamic pressure, so there is a chance that block static will mess up your airspeed. And check if that works. And apply any corrections that you think you need to apply. Interesting. Right. There's a pre-flight which basically tests some of the lights and whatnot and makes sure all the switches are in correct position. I wonder, my sim was so smooth when I started, now it's so jumpy. Also lowered my my Twitch video settings, but I bet there is no noticeable difference. Right, crash bar goes, crash lever goes up, source selector off. I discussed with everything those yesterday, but if you have any questions, shoot, I'll be very happy to answer. Right, generator main. We've got 2 of them, main standby, and it's, I think, automatically controlled, and when the engine isn't running, it simply disengage. Starter is in the off position, ignition, let's go to auto. Exterior lights all off, gyro instruments all off. Emergency lights are here and they are lighting up. Circuit breakers all in, so we do have to look here if we see any red colors. Nada. The icing switches all off. The icing switches are here, so all are down, which is off. Landing gear control, check down. Looks down. AP3 master is off. Radio master is off. Bleeder is off. Air conditioning is off. Dump switch is guarded here. Oh, we need Celsius. We're in Europe. No. Alright, 12C outside, 11C inside. I wonder why it's colder inside than outside. Ram air handle pushed in. I'm still not sure what it does. Does it have anything to do with cabin ventilation? I think that's the case, but I'm not super sure. I wonder if there's any change on the external model that we'll be able to see. Don't see anything at the moment. So, pushed in is normal state. Let's go to the next one. Auto fuel selector. And I super like how it's divided in those logical sections with a name. That's so nice. The only bit I had problem locating was this microphone switch, but now I know. So when you're new to the plane, I do recommend just go through it slowly. Try to find anything by yourself. If you cannot, only then click the button and oh, it's here. It should make it easier for you to remember. First time will take like an hour or 2, and that's absolutely normal. Active selector is down on manual, auxiliary boost pump is down on off, tank selector is left, but we did put it off when we left yesterday, so must have changed automatically. The ELT is in the middle, which is armed. Parking brake is set. Actually, I believe in this plane, like in every Virginia plane, what we need to do is get it off. Well, the other way around. Step on the brakes, get it off, put a lot of pressure on the brakes, and then lock the pressure with the parking brake on. So that's what I did now. Manual override lever, that's the one here. It should be off. Power lever, flight idle. There we go. That's flight idle. Bottom of the throttle touching the line. And in airplane, I believe there is a gate that you will feel, and you need to raise probably those bars a bit to get through that gate. Propeller lever, max RPM. Condition lever cut off. Lap control is up. So I wonder if I can have any mapping from SpadNext or whatnot to move it in 850 mode, but we'll try to dig in there to change it when we need. Battery bus power, check supply. So we do that by clicking the access button and it will light up those lights. So there is some power. Perfect. We click this again and they go off. Source selector, battery or GPU. We have the GPU connected, so let's go to the GPU. Voltmeter above 25. Just remember there is a parallax, heavy parallax effect here because it's so far. So if you want to get precise reading, you need to get your head just in front of it. And see, we're reading 26 now when we are sitting just in front of it. And we go to here. Well, it looks a bit off. So it looks... Oh, sorry, we're 27 and here it's reading one more. So there is definitely a difference. Exterior panel lights. Exterior panel lights light test. So I like to cancel this whenever I see it, so I know when something new pops up. Exterior lights panel light test. Is that what I think it is? It is. Oh, so that's what we need to do. Alright, so the LEDs in the buttons, they all do work. Fuel gauges. That's when I need to call our fuel guy. And we'll take my favorite amount of fuel, which is full. That's quite a lot of fuel. Right, fuel gauges, check quantity, left and right showing max. Advisory panel, check 1 and 2. So we go to those switches and we just check if the lights behind, if the two systems work. So system 1 works and the system 2 also works. So I understand there is two set of lights behind each of them. Alright, all are illuminated and here all are illuminated. Perfect. Oxygen annunciation extinguished. Interior lights as required. We don't need anything now, so we'll keep them off. And I'll keep the cabin in off as well. Environmental panel light tests. So that's the one here. And the one LED is showing up. Flaps go down. So it looks like the only reason to do that is to check, well, inspect the flaps on walk around and actually see that they work correctly. Landing gear panel lights test, same story, we have two systems, all four illuminated, and there is also this check down which will be blinking the LEDs, so if there is a harsh sunlight, they will look like they may look like you have a hard time to tell if they're illuminated or not. And I understand this blinks them, so now you can easily tell which state they're actually in. When you see them blinking, you see that what you had was on or off. Otherwise, you may have a problem telling the difference sometimes. Right, next add in 1 minute. Pitot heat 1 on and check that pitot heat 1 went off. Cool. Now pitot 2 and pitot 2 went off. and we put them off, and I'll just double check that they went up now. Yeah, P1 and 2 are illuminated. Perfect, the icing panel lights test. So we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All good. And source selector off. Right, before starting engine, that went way quicker than last time. Also in a real plane, it takes me it takes quite a lot of time, so usually I want to have like 30 minutes from when I get to apron until I am ready to go, just so I have time to do all of this. Plus you usually spend like 30 minutes or 1 hour preparing the flight in the briefing room. So the trio does take a lot of time. Right, pre-flight inspection. So I'm not sure what inspection we do here. It may or may not be in the manual, so I guess we just do the walk around on the plane. Maybe we also check oil and whatnot. It may be in the manual, but I will skip that. And I think part of that will include inspecting the flaps, so that may be the reason why we get them down. And we also check that they actually went down, both of them. Such a nice plane, I really like it. Also fired up the Baron yesterday and it looks very good, so I don't know what I was complaining about, but this one just feels the most polished out of them all. Alright, pre-flight inspection, well, that's the walk around. Nose baggage door, so that's the one here. You can see how they open, and we need to, oh no, sorry, nose baggage door. I'm wrong. It's there in the back. So we click on that, and that does open the nose baggage door. And we need it closed before the flight. So click on it again, and it should go to closed. Perfect. Wheel chugs, they are here, so they're removed. Engine compartment. So these are the ones that I opened, and left is closed, right is closed. Cabin access door latched. So again, in the cabin, we want to check that this looks closed in general, and those two things are showing green stripes, so that means they're latched and we will be able to pressurize the plane correctly. Same goes for the pilot door. We do look if there are green stripes here. Parking brake is set. We did set it just a few moments ago, so not reset it. Seat belts. Now remember, if you are wearing those high visibility vest, take it off now. So you don't look like a madman in the plane. Fasten your seatbelts, first adjust your seat, then fasten your seatbelts. The other way around doesn't work real well. You learn that the hard way first time you do that. Oxygen pressure check. I think it's showing around the same thing we had yesterday. Oxygen supply on for the pilot, and that's the only one that's switched the wrong way here, but there is on and off mark here, so at least it makes some sense. Oxygen supplies off. Microphone selector. Aha, that's the one that got me yesterday. It's here, it should be on normal, not on mask. Starter off. Ignition auto. Landing gear down. Radiomaster. So on a controlled airport like here in Europe, we would get it done, and it goes from the battery, directly from battery power. Hang on, I want to. Oh, I think I selected a different livery than yesterday. That's why anything I left at yesterday is not showing up here. So that's super smart. When battery is off and you turn Radiomaster on, it only fires up the COM1 and shows this green LED, and you basically save a lot of power not firing up all the other instruments. So you would get the ATIS, we would get the startup, we would get the flight clearance, and you would get the startup clearance. Once this is done, we get it off. And I think we'll start from the GPU again. Or do we start from battery? Let's start from battery today. We did GPU yesterday. Also look, the battery went down. Oh, actually I've never checked what the battery was. Right, current test. I do hear it. Door annunciation extinguished. Fuel gauges, we check that again. Full. Both full. Autofill selector goes to auto. It should be extinguished. I saw it going down. Yeah, it's extinguished. Autofill selector shift. So what it does, it shifts the tank selected. So let's have a look. It's on the left now. I click it, it goes to the right. And automatic will just keep switching them all over again. And that's a super nice feature. I absolutely love it. Engine instruments, check. Well, they're looking good. Everything is where it's supposed to be. I don't know what could be wrong here, but yeah. ITT tests. So we do click that. Hang on. Click and hold. And ITT is illuminated here on the panel. Needle is moving and we are showing 1888, so all segments are lit. Cancel that. Check, check, check. Exterior lights as required. Let's get nav lights on. And inserting battery. Cool. So, any questions? Let me know. I hope you're following so far. Manual override lever is off. Checked that before. Propeller lever flight idle, power lever flight idle. Oh, and I just saw the fuel tank switch here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. RPM lever, max RPM, condition lever is cut off. Source selector is battery. Auxiliary boost pump. Get it to on. So that's on, and I think it's showing up here. Auxiliary boost pump on illuminated, fuel pressure extinguished, and we are seeing fuel pressure here in the green. Fuel pressure is green. Cancel that, so if anything new pops up, we will know that it's there. I think I would step on the brakes in the plane as well. That's what I do in every J aircraft. Let's go. Alright, ignition auto. And that's where we need to be fast. Starter on. Starter annunciation flashing. Ignition lit. Wait for 13% NG on the gas generator. 10, 13. Condition lever. Low idle. And now watch the ITT. So it should be max 1090, 870 in 20 seconds. Also disengage starter at 50%. Alright, ITT is okay. Starter is off. All pressure extinguished. Condition lever high idle. Engine instruments check. So torque is in green, prop is here where it should be in the yellow, NG is in the green, ITT in the green, engine temperature in the green, all pressure in the green. Auxiliary boost pump off. Auxiliary boost up annunciation extinguished. Fuel pressure annunciation. And next add in 1 minute. Nicotine, the third. Hello, look how fast we are going today. The engine is running already and we planned the flight. Right. Fuel pressure is nowhere to be seen. Mine generator nowhere to be seen. Voltmeter 28-ish, looks okay. Ammeter should be in the plus, and that's where I would actually move my head, just to be sure we don't get the parallax effect. Yeah. You see, that can make a big difference. Like here it looks like a plus, here it looks like a minus. I think we are just at 0, so that looks fine. Fine, yeah, I'm fine as well. Bit tired, I'll watch from my sofa. That's a good idea. I like doing that as well. Right, engine start alert. After starting engine checklist, gyro instruments, all on. And I thought a super nice video yesterday what happens to this instrument when you turn it on. It does a nice dance. Actually, I think I wanted to check. It's not letting me move right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5. So this guy is going up. This one is not moving yet. And this one probably the gyro is spinning there. Right, gyro section is in the green. There is a green one here. So the sunlight is killing it. Gyro slaving, slave. So that's the one here. It's in a slave. Probe the ice. It's running. That's in the green. Check off windshield heat. One left and right. Both are green. Check, check, check. Airframe de-ice. For that we need the bleed. So let's get the bleed. Airframe de-ice, left system is working, and right system. Wait for it. Wait for it, there it is. Perfect. I'll leave the bleed on. Airframe de-ice off. Inertia separator on. It doesn't come online though, so I think it may come online when there is higher torque or whatever. I'm not sure how it functions. Ammeter should be below 50, so that's easily achieved. Generator select standby. So we'll just test the standby generator. There is 2 of them. Voltmeter 28, ammeter 0 charging. Generator back to main. Welcome back after the ad. Hey Super, how are you? I'm back. I've seen you've been back as well. The winter is coming, it's time for streaming. My PC is happy, it was so unhappy during the summer, and so was I. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. And here was your shout out. Alright, generator back to main. Flaps go up. I was not supposed to say strange words, so flaps up. Bleeder. Keeping on auto. Fan flow as required, so we'll get it to auto. Air conditioning on. Cabin temperature set. I'll set it on 22 right now. That's basically what I have in my room. That's gonna be fun. Airflow distribution. I like to have it in the middle, so it's also defogging the windshield. Cabin altitude, field elevation minus 500, field elevation is 400, so we need minus 100. Check. Cabin rate, arrow up. So here we can control the cabin rate that will be during the pressurization, and I think we'll put it around here. That's probably gonna be fine. So I believe that is 0 and that is like 2000. So this should be 1000, and here will be like 500, 700 feet per minute, which should be nice on ears of our passengers when we're going down. That's where people complain more. Going down is worse than going up. Weather radar. Standby. Also, it's on the same on the bus for the Radio Master, so it's not coming up yet. Now Radio Master on. I'll get the Garmin transponder in standby as well. There it is. I'll just get the code 2000 for our IFR flight. Oh, also one thing, if you, well, transponder has also can't show you the altitude, but it shows, well, you cannot set the QNH, it always shows and sends to ATC with standard pressure, so you have one more altimeter here, which is pretty cool to know. So you can always check your flight level here, which should be matching everything else. And I don't want you here. Go away. Much better. AP's master on. AP3 master on. FE's. How do you say it quickly in English? I just say AHRS, but I know there is a nice English sounding way to do that. AHRS. I don't know. Left. Right. Electric trim. So we've got the buttons here, here, and here, and we need to check all of them do work. But I'll just adjust this from my yoke buttons. So elevator is up. Let's get the rudder to takeoff position and note how far right it is. And aileron is moving as well. I think we need it in the middle. I set here the GPS didn't turn on, only the one on the right turned on. What do I need to change? Oh, interesting. I would have a look at the circuit breakers, but other than that, I'm not sure what could be the problem. Well, you can select which one you want to have here, but really, I never ran into issue that this one wasn't showing up. I'm pretty sure it has a circuit breaker, but well, you could only have it off by accident. And if that doesn't help, I'm not sure. Maybe it's somewhat conflict, or I set to GTN 750. I see. So maybe you don't have the GTN 750 plugin installed, or maybe it's not running. I have the plugin installed and it's running, and it's showing up. So that's the hard one to fix. I would first check if the other one works, the 530, and maybe then see if you have the plugin. I really like the 750, but I'm not happy about it having the outdated procedures. That's a bummer for me. But at least we have a backup. Alright, and the rest is when we'll be taxiing, so let's have a look at our departure. Right, there's 3000 here, then flight level 130. And then Xena, how high do we want to go in the first place? I'll say let's go flight level 200. I think that may be a bit too high. Let's go 150. So initial climb, I think I'll set 3000, and we'll probably that's what they would give us, and then they will ask us to contact approach, and approach will give us higher. So I think 3000 makes sense. I'll hit the beat to get the proper QNH. Hang on, I'll try to change this to hectopascal, and I'll see if we'll get it. That was in here, maybe? Yeah, in measurement. Let's get metric and see if that changes anything. Nope. So we just... Oh, I'm a dummy. There's this here on the left. Oh my. Let's get this back to hybrid. It's here on the left. Right, so 9 and 4, and well, this reading 400, 400, and flight level 012. We can actually do the math and check if that's correct. Let's do the math. I'm pretty sure you'll love it. Right, we've got this one. It's in English, but I think, well, it's in Polish, I meant. I think you'll be fine with it. So what we want to do is we want to get difference between 1013, which is the standard pressure, and 984. So 1013, that's actually 1013.25 minus 984. 984. That's the difference in hectopascals. Now we need to multiply it by 27 feet per hectopascal. And that's the difference we are getting from the pressure difference between our QNH and standard pressure. So that's 789 feet. Right, and now let's think about it. So if you want this altimeter to match this altimeter, when you turn the hectopascals up, the altitude goes up because your reference, your pressure reference, higher pressure is lower. So your reference pressure goes down when you make the QNH higher, so your altitude increases. So that means we need to add our difference to whatever we see here. So 400. I'll set it like that. So 405 plus our difference. So our difference plus 405. And we are coming at a total of 1200. And 1200 is exactly what we see here. Flight level 012. Yay, that worked. So let's recap, because I know some of you are on the break. First, you take the difference between whatever pressures you want to compare. So 984 and 1013. And 13 minus 984. And this is the correction that you need. Well, this is the difference hectopascal times 27 feet per hectopascal. That's 783 feet correction that we need to apply. Right, and next what we do, we need to check if we apply it up or down. So from this, to go from this guy to this guy, we need to increase the QNH. And when you're increasing the QNH, the altitude goes up because your reference pressure level goes down, because lower is higher pressure, higher is lower pressure. I think it's pretty obvious when you think about it, because higher you have less air above you, lower you have more air above you, so higher pressure. So in that case, when we want to go from this reading to this reading, we need to add. So we do 405 plus our difference. So our difference plus 405, and this gives us 1200, and 1200 is what we're reading here. So yeah, it's working. Right, I think we'll set up the flight here today because we are having the RNAV route, so let's go flight plan. Oh my, it's gonna be a long one. Press it. Can I go? Can I fill you in? So enter Echo Papa Whiskey Romeo. Let's load our departure. Select departure. We had Sydney 1 Alpha. Runway 11, okay. Transition, I think it's okay because it's showing up Sydney here, so let's load that. Okay. Oh, why did it come up here? I didn't want you. You should have known that I was setting our departure. Right, from Sydney now we go ADVAP, and the only downside of the 530 is you cannot load airways, so we need to load it point by point. Uh-oh. Right, ADVAP. And next we have Obola, but I think that's the time where we need to load our arrival and we'll put the Obola there. So let's try it. Procedure, select arrival. I first need to go to this window, check to Echo Papa Zulu Golf. Alright. Click the button, go to the other window. Obol 1 uniform. Obol 1 uniform. Enter. Alright, Obola. Zulu Golf 421. So let's load that and see what happened. Sydney, Obola, Zulu Golf. Alright. Procedure, select arrival. No! Select approach. And we'll do ILS Zulu 24. Via Zulu Golf 421. And load that. Sure. Right, let's have a look. That looks about right, and there is a misapproach segment here. So now we can go back to our nav. So normally in this you can push to have a cursor and then you can move around the map. Unfortunately it's not implemented, so you cannot really do that. So I'll just zoom out. It looks about a-okay. I will also go to the traffic page, get our traffic on, enter back, and go to the map page. We are all set, and it's getting dark, so I'll get the lights a bit up so that we are not caught up without the lights. And I think we'll be at the taxi, which means I need to lock in my chair, so hang on, I'll be back in a sec. Alright, the chair is locked. I can move my pedals and not slide around like a madman. I wonder if my track air... Actually, that might be useful during the flight, so I will try to use it later on as well. Right, I'm not sure if there's a way to get Joe out of here, so I'll just close my eyes and pretend he's not here. Also, there is some problem with the lags. I'm not sure if it might be the OBS doing something. Next ad starts in 1 minute. So I'll just start taxi, you won't miss much. Taxi lights are on. So let's do this. I step on the brake, parking brake released, and it's not illuminated. Inertia separator illuminated, parking brake extinguished, toe brakes checked. Right, so that's all done. And we'll go to before takeoff. So we'll do that in the holding point area. I'll try to taxi to some reasonable speed and actually keep my nose where it should be. I've been having trouble doing that every now and then. So let's see how well I can manage. Also, I need to learn to rest my head on the headrest because I'm leaning forward like a madman and my neck hurts. Alright, that's a reasonable taxi speed, and we're going pretty fast anyway. Whoa, that's 18 knots ground speed. That's a lot. I think I feel comfortable with 10, 12. That would be a reasonable speed. Actually, maybe 15 tops. Now, getting the torque in the correct place to do that, that's a bit of a challenge. Right, ad is running, it will be over soon. Whoa, one time and focus on the taxi and it's looking so much better already. So where do I want my torque to be when I'm running? I think I actually don't know. Hey, everyone is back. I changed the FLT files to show me when I'm or leave the beta range in annunciator panel. Oh, by FLT files, what do you mean? That can be pretty clever. Yeah, we can monitor one way or the other. Oh, I see what you mean, because when we're out of beta, we've got pull. Just change the value from 0 to 1. Oh, really? Interesting. And where will it show up? I see. Sounds cool. So... on the bottom left of annunciator panel, the square with a bar will indicate a beta range state. Alright, that's a good thing. I had no clue about it. I'll go and do it. Right, parking brake is set. That's what the master warning is telling me. I'll get a sip of water. So I was trying to be fast, planning the flight, and it's still almost 1 hour. So you can see that definitely does take some time if you do each and every step. Parking brake. Why is the sim lagging so much? I am so confused. I wonder if it's if it's OBS doing something strange to it. Alright, illuminated terrain tests. Power lever 1900.
Don't sink. 500.
System test. Okay.
Now, because of the lag, it's a bit difficult to set it exactly where we want first time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, it's not 1900. Come on, can I do it? Those system test, okay. Right, we'll keep it here. Propeller to feather, but I don't leave it there for a long time. I just cycle it and see if it reacts. So it's dropping, and that's all I need to know. Probe, governor, hold to test. And that was here. So we hold it. And it's not dropping where it should be, so we actually need to be at 1900. Let's try again. Oh, I didn't click it, maybe that was the problem. Right, so it dropped to around 1800, release it, and it's going back to 1900, I think. Flight idle. Fuel imbalance less than 15 gallons. They're exactly on top of each other. Fuel selector auto. Auxiliary boost pump auto. Auto fuel selector shift to fuel as tank. They are all the same, so no matter. Value is the following. Black square show battalion set equal 1 in all apron flight. Approach flight, final flight. I think we can do that from here actually. There's a million way to do that, I think. That's cool. I'll check it after. Don't want to mess with people now, but yeah. Super nice to know. I'll take a note of that. Thank you, that's super cool. I had no idea. It will definitely make it a bit easier. Flaps as required, so 1 notch down. And they're on takeoff. Pitot heat on. The icing system as required. 13 degrees outside, so nothing needed at the moment and no rain. Inertial separator, let's keep it on. Advisory panel, all off except inertial separator and parking brake. Engine instruments green, yellow, green, 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 green. Flight controls free and correct. Now again, the way I do that, first I let the other person know that I'll be doing it and they will not move, I'll hit them anyway. So just do it gently. Pull back, pull right, keep it, pull forward, pull left, and pull back. So we check that there's nothing blocking us in a full range. Ammeter below 50. Oh, there is getting dark here. And we're good to go. I taxied to the wrong runway again. I think we'll backtrack on the runway. Oh no, I did it. So let's get the landing lights, strobe lights. I don't want like the pulse, so I'll keep it off. And let's go transponder to alt. I was confused for a minute. I thought I had the wrong runway. No, it's me having the wrong runway, because I'm so used to flying from this runway. In real life here, I always forget we need to go to the other one. Like going home with your eyes closed. Actually, I think like a few times I did approach and a low flyby on the other end, but I never landed or took off from the other runway. Oh dear. That's a penalty for not checking the taxi charge for me. Well, at least I can practice being on the center line. Ad is starting in 1 minute, so I'll run it now so it will end before the takeoff. I'm still confused why the sim is lagging so much. Oh, and yesterday I was wrong about the slide, so alternating centerline lights start 3000 feet before end of the runway, yellow edge lights start 2000 feet before end of the runway, and red lights on centerline start 1000 feet before the runway, end of the runway. Right, welcome back after the ad. I'll say it again. I made a mistake yesterday, and the alternating centerline lights do start 3000 feet before end of the runway. Yellow edge runway lights start 2000 feet before the end of the runway, and full red center line starts 1000 feet before end of the runway. Come on, plane, go. There's the beacon line, there's the zombie. Hey, thanks for flying along. Right, keep the center line, advance throttle to, well, power lever to 100 RPM, 100% torque, airspeed alive. I think I missed few pings here. Too late. There's 80, rotate it. Alright. Accelerating, get pitch 1000. I never set my heading back, so let's set it now. Positive climb, gear up, trim up, speed check, flaps up. Trim back, let's keep this airspeed. Right, we can get the inertia separator off. Right, I'm somewhat steady here. Go to 850 mode. Alright, and we can just follow our GPS. And we can also advance our torque to the red line, or just shy of the red line. Right, I'll zoom this out a little bit so I can see better where we are going. I think we also need to set our cruise altitude now, so let's do that. We will be going flight level 150 and we need 1000 above, so let's put it on 1600. There's us. I should have engaged the autopilot first because I'm losing it. Get the lights off. Right, about that autopilot, we passed 3000 feet already, so I won't focus here. Let's just continue climb to 1500. So, flight director on. Let's see where it will be. Alright, pitch and roll, looks good. Engage the autopilot, I'll get the yaw damper on as well. And we'll go into indicated airspeed mode. So it should keep whatever we just had, and I think we can use the rocker to change that. So let's try to go maybe 140. Alright, and also go into nav mode, so it will intercept that and then continue to the other one. Right, that was a bit borked. Oh, you couldn't see me on 11, you were shaking everything. I took a long time, that zombie. It was fun. Maybe I'll do better next time. There we go. Also, there is this mountain here. It's very adorable. Alright, so GPS changed, now direct track is 052. Oh, it's actually controlled from the GPS. Right, we passed 6500, so we can go standard. I think I can just click here, and on the other one, well, I need to do this manually. So we're looking at 1013 here on the millbar window. There we go. And let's cross-check 8585. Right, our cabin rate. Alright, it's stabilized. We'll be climbing. Cabin is set on 16,000 and we're climbing to 15,000. What's the message there? Approaching VNAV profile. I don't think I care about the VNAV profile here. Right, and at some point I want to limit my climb rate before reaching our assigned level. So I'll also do that here. So far so good. I think I'll set up some test Twitch accounts so I can check it offline without triggering the notification. Because, well, there's a huge difference when OBS is streaming and when it's not streaming, and you can't really test that unless you actually stream. So I think I'll set up something and test it offline because it's bothering me that the performance is so weird when OBS is running. Alright, so within 2000 to go, we want to be 2000 feet per minute tops, and within last 1000, 1000 feet per minute tops. Also, there's a nice feature here. You can push the heading button and it will synchronize your heading. That's a feature that's missing in a 737, and it's not there, and it's never gonna be there. Touch. Also looking at the fuel imbalance, looking fine so far. And it's last moments to enjoy the reddish light sim skies until they correct the sky colors and they will be dual real life colors. I think they have it up in the sim update 14 in the beta. I have the beacon line. I think I lost. Oh, I didn't. There we are. And you're flying alone. That's always fun. Right, 2000 to go. We are within 2000, so that's fine. But I will go to vertical speed mode. Let's synchronize it. Engage. Actually, when I hit engage, it just gets whatever I'm at currently. And we are reaching the point here, so just quick look. So we're at Nudro. Let's get the plane here. And we are turning towards Xina. We should be about flight level 113. Alright, there's 1000 to go, so reduce to 1000. I am finally on top of things. Makes me happy. I used to be so behind in everything here. Getting back on the heading. Let's reset the heading back. It's a good habit to have the heading back reset, because whenever you need to go from nav mode to heading mode, you just hit the heading mode and you're flying the right way. Just lagging behind a lot, took me a minute to get my flight plan in. Yeah, no worries. We'll have plenty of time to catch up, you know me. Right, next add in 1 minute. Now I have the warning. Yesterday I didn't. I'm not sure why. Right, I didn't read the manual, so I don't remember the power table. I'm not exactly sure what we should have for cruise. Oh, and outside the temperature is -15, so I should have probably gotten some of the DIs when we were going through everything. Do we have any ice here? Quite possibly, yes. And here are the boots. So that's the first set of boots, and it should now alternate in... Oh, so that's how it works. Just alternates between those places. What's up with the sim lagging so much? Alright, so I think that's done. Let's get the windshield for a moment as well, and the ice. Right, having a look here, whiskey rate at 3, past 8, we're at 15,000, well, flight level 150, so that's okay. And direct Sidna, and then we'll go to Advap, which is Charlie Mike Papa, so we continue in Charlie Mike Papa just in case, 1145. Also, I won't be able to see that one here except for the VR needle, I think. Alright, and let's check it on NAV2 as well. Oh, it's working actually. I wonder what that is not showing up where the VR is. It used to work yesterday. Oh, I think it's because we are in the GPS mode. Maybe that's the reason. Let's check it. So now, because I synchronized the heading, I can go into the heading mode and I can switch my CDI. And we're in VOR 1. Nada. Alright, skipping in GPS, we have the VR here as well as some sort of backup. And let's go back to nav mode. And nav is showing. So autopilot, you damper, nav, alt. And there is this soft right, which I don't know if it's doing anything. I like the name. Also now, because we have standard setting on the altimeter, is showing flight level 150 here and here on the transponder as well. Now we know. It's such a fast plane, 281 knots on the ground. I'm not sure if we are still within cruise power, but we are in the green line, so I would assume the green line is okay for a cruise power. And I think the reason is that this turbine is downgraded anyway. I think this turbine can pull 1000 horsepower or more, and it's just downgraded artificially in this aircraft and limited to 850. So I understand that's the reason why I can go with such a high power for the whole flight. But of course, I may be wrong. Right, let's have a look at our cabin altitude here. So it's showing the PSI differential. I think that's the target it wants to have, like just a bit shy of the red line. Oh, that's actually what we told it to do. So the extra 1000 feet here is just to guarantee this margin. And cabin altitude is 1000 feet. So pretty cool. Will it actually change? Yeah, if I manipulate that, it is changing. Let's put it at 16,000 exactly, and I think it's going up just a bit on the pressure differential. Right, how are we doing? 1/2 minute inbound Xidna. So we are going pretty fast here, and I think it's time to get ready for the approach. So Xidna, Advap, Obola. Then we have our arrivals, so Obola max 250, flat level 100 or more, so we'll go 501 at 6000. 6000 or higher, so we'll go 502. I'll do the full procedure just for the memes. Normally we would ask for a shortcut because there's no point in wasting fuel. The goal 421 above 2500 and max 230 knots here, so I'll need to control that. And then we'll go 421 2500 or higher, so we'll go 42 2000 or higher, we'll go 433 sorry, at 1800 or higher, and then final approach intercept here at Zilgol 42. It's not marked as final approach things, interestingly, although it is mentioned here in the box. Right, gesturing Xidna, and we'll be doing the turn about now, so I will change the heading back already. Earth elevation 200 feet-ish. Localizer 1113, so let's set this up. Oh, that's it, that was my problem. So that's why this was not showing up. Okay. So 1113 is set. I'll also have it in standby on COM2. Oh, I actually have it already. How come? Oh, nice of you. Planning to have this set up for me. So we'll go 43, 1800. I think we'll just go to 1800 there so we can easily intercept that. We'll go 4 to 4, that's distance 5 miles only. And we have a check here, distance 3 miles, 1142. And minima, I think we're category A. So 388 is the minima. I need to take a note of that because, well, we won't use the radar altimeter because we are doing Cat 1 and we have got DA, not DH. So I'll drive it to 0. How does that work now? I'll just have the DH off. That's what I want. And on the other set it's off as well. Inside 23 degrees. Oh, and also have the DME reading here as well. And we have one too. Whenever we want to control the NDB, it's here. I don't think we have any NDB here in the region. They are long gone. Alright, let's figure our when we want to descend. So we're inbound Obola and we are 30 miles. So let's figure this out. We want to be... Where do you want to be? And when and where do you want to be? So let's say you want to be Zulu Golf 501 at 6000 miles. So that's 8.5 miles here. Plus whatever we have left for Obola, and that's 6,000. So I do 15,000 mean minus 6,000, that's 9,000 times 3. So 9 times 3 hard math, so like 30-ish miles when you want to start descent. So third, and now 8.5 is here, so let's say it's 10 miles. I'll just run the gap so I have more time. 8 miles. So 20 miles before Obola, I want to start my descent at 3 degrees. Right, so that's almost about now. 5 miles to go and we'll start the descent. And I'll keep this up for me already. So we are doing what? 275 knots ground, and so to have our 3-degree descent angle we need 5 times that, so 5 times... that's somewhere below 1500, so I think 1300 feet per minute is gonna be fine for us. Alright, 20 miles, so I'll first set our 100 because that's our first limitation. And let's go into vertical speed and minus 1300. I'll reduce the power a bit. Also, there is no reason to be slow here. Unless we're overspinning, I think we're good. Alright, so Obola flight level 100, max 250. And with such a low QNH, we'll have our transition level at flight level 290, give or take. So it's in AIP for Poland, and if there is QNH below, I don't remember the value, 980 or 985 or 990, let's say 985. We will get flight level 90 as our transition level. Actually, I think we can add a bit more power and increase our descent rate to 1500. Now, I think I do get the cabin altitude. I think you can get it to our... I think we'll just change it later, so we'll keep it going there. Right, 2000 to go. Maybe I was a bit too fast with that, so we'll see when we reach the flight level. Oh, actually we are going down to 6000 later on. And Obola is only in 2 minutes and we have 2000 feet left. So I will decrease this just a bit so we don't level off before Obola. This is fun. This plane is madness. I love it. Also, it looks like something's up with a trim. We are flying in a bank. I'll see if I put rudder trim to neutral. Will it help? Not really. I'm not sure what's up with that. Actually, it did help. Right, Obola in 1.5 minutes and we've got 1300 feet. Loose, we are doing 1300 feet per minute, so that's looking just fine. Oh, also remember when I change my QNH, I will get extra or less. So when I'll turn it down, we'll be lower, so I'll get less to lose because we'll be showing lower than we were. Let's do a quick check of our QNH 983. Alright, 1 minute to go. I should have done 1000 feet per minute in the last 1000, so we don't trigger TARI for anyone below us. Right, we are getting into the clouds, temperature is -6, so that is icing area, so we need to keep a look on our leading edge. Right, Obola, and we are below 2000. 250 knots, but next point is below 230 knots, so I need to start slowing down. Oh, also I didn't arrest here. Why? Oh, because I changed it. Alright, so now we are going down 6,000. Let's keep our descent rate. And I need to slow down just a touch more. We need to be below 230 at next waypoint, and it's gonna be at 6,000 or higher. Flight level 90, so I'll try to get it back to QNH 983. That's a low QNH. That's 983 here, and hang on, I'll decrease this descent rate to 1000. Right, 2000 to go. I want you on 983 as well, so that's around here. Things are happening really fast in this aircraft, so that is a ton of fun. Alright, 3 miles, 1 minute to go, and yeah, we'll be just a bit above that, so that's perfect. We are doing 230 knots, so that's perfect as well. And next descent 2500. And we see the merry-go-round here. Look, right, the big line. There's the airport already. But we'll fly through those clouds. 1000 to go. I think it's time to slow down a bit more. Right, passing Zulu Golf 501. Next we descend 2500. Can increase the descent rate. I'll just put 1500 until we are within 1000 to go. We can get the landing lights on already. Ice situation, we are looking good here. I think I have the icing on because I was flying the Phoenix, so we'll go and correct that after we land, if I remember. Alright, I think we can keep 180 knots for the time being. I think when we reach Zulgo 41, that's our initial approach fix, so we'll slow down to 160 then. And just a quick check, so we're doing 170 knots, all times 5, so we are well above 3-degree descent. I think I'll get the panel lights a bit darker, just increase the instrument lights. Yep, that looks about right. Also get the HSA brightness 99 Tango. Welcome. In your opinion, is this worth the price tag? Absolutely worth it. So if that's something you're willing to fly, I think it is. It has a few minor things that are off here and there. I'll repeat that after that. Oh, sorry, that is 1 minute. There are a few minor things off here and there, but I really like it. So if that's something you're willing to fly, I think it's a ton of fun. But it's for you to decide. What are the minor things? So for example, those needles, when they're off, they're showing in the wrong position. Well, there is no signal like the green one. It should be 90 degrees right. I found that one item in the checklist in the wrong place. That's pretty much about it. Oh, and the instrument lights here on top are not illuminated. So I would say there are these are extremely minor things that shouldn't worry you. One quirk, but that's more autopilot behavior. Whenever you engage the approach mode, it goes straight to engaged. It doesn't show the armed, but that's a problem with the Microsoft Flight Simulator autopilot that it's using. So honestly, I really like it, and it feels like very well polished, or it just feels right. You feel like it is the plane you are willing to have. I haven't flown it too much yet, but honestly, I am really enjoying it. And for me, it's a perfect mix between new kind of instruments, because you have the Garmin 530, you have the HSI, but it's in principle Team Guy just playing. Slarty Bird, welcome. It's not Misfit's fault for not arming. It's working fine for other planes. I think it depends which autopilot you use as a base, because this one is using the Cap 140, and the dev said it's a problem of the Cap 140, and some other planes I think are using the G1000 autopilot, which doesn't have that problem. So in a sense, right, the ad is running, so you are turning right here. Switching to the approach chart, and we can descend 2000. So welcome back to the ad. Yeah, I was saying the autopilot thing, like, it's slightly off, but either way, if you take it as a Misfits problem or their problem, you can work around that pretty well if you know about that. Yeah, but M500 is using the G1000 autopilot, and it doesn't have that problem. Welcome back to Big Line. So I think you see what I mean. I'll get flaps to take off, so we have a bit more drag. We just descended to 2000, quite fast here. We are on the final, well, on the approach now. So yeah, I did complain about that. I saw someone on the forum going total mad about it, and I saw the dev explanation, and well, it is what it is. I think I'm fine with it. So I'll try to show you. I think if we go approach mode, it's not engaging now because we are not on the intercept course. It will just go green even when the localizer is whole scale up. So the 172 does that fine as well. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure there is the reason. I just know it is a bit off here, but if you know about it, it's not a major problem. So I know whose side to choose. I understand the developer. I understand it's coming somewhere from the flight sim engine. I tried just clicking it and observing the LVARs, and well, it seemed like it's flight sim doing that, but to be fair, I don't have the full knowledge here. Yeah, it's just everyone blaming everyone. Devs are blaming Kosovo, some are blaming devs. I think I'm not trying to blame anyone, I'm just trying to understand when it comes from, what are the possible workarounds, and if it's worth for the dev to invest time in fixing it or not. That's how I see it, and well, what can we do? Yeah, the AFIT is fine, I'm loving it as well. It feels like, gives me more feeling of the plane doing everything right than the other Black Square planes, and they are great as well with the TDS. Yeah, the TDS is great. I just don't like TDS because it doesn't have current procedures. So as a trainer, it's fantastic, but when I want to fly it on VATSIM, I might run into issue of having outdated procedures because it has old data from Garmin. Yeah, you can update the DB if you don't have the file, but then it's very hard to get the file in some right way. Yeah, if you have a Jepsen subscription, but I honestly went to Jepsen store and looked, can I buy the new nav data? And it wouldn't let me buy it if I don't own an actual device, so it was a bit of a problem for me and I gave up. I thought it's not worth my time, but there may or may not be a way to do that. Right, turning inbound Zulu Golf 423, so we go down 1800. Click, click, and gauge the VS. Also, I find it odd that I need to click it again just to go into the VS after I engage it and it's showing the VS. Let's do it 1000 feet per minute. I have been slowing down already, so we're doing 140 knots. And we will be turning on extended center line in a moment now. Just created an account is able to buy the data for a G600, I think. Oh, really? Jeez. Alright. I will look into that. Thank you for the info. Honestly, I'm a little upset that it's such a struggle to maintain everything in the flight sim, and the more mods you have, the more madness it becomes. But well, how are you liking the M500 so far? Firebird, welcome! I'm good, I'm back to streaming this month. And we'll see when I'll be back next time, and I'm flying the TBM 850. I love it. It's really good. So it is down to the technical issues. Yeah. Right, so we are inbound Zulu Golf 43 and we'll be turning 424 in a second now. That's gonna give us 5 miles to slow down for our final approach. Alright, plane turning any time now. 3, 2, 1, turn. Right, let's synchronize the heading back. And after the turn, actually I'll go to heading mode already. I'll switch to ILS here. So we'll be seeing the ILS. I will get the gear down, slow down. There's the airport there. Oh look, I forgot to check the final approach course, which is 240. Alright, and now we can engage the approach mode, because why not? Alright, so we are right on localizer, autopilot's correcting that, below glide slope, and I am within the full flap speed, so I'll keep us there. I think I want to be doing around 100 knots. One day I'll create an airframe with a G500, 600 and was able to buy data. Alright, I'll see about what it means to create an airframe. Like, do I really need to own the airframe, or is it just for my convenience in the store? So they tell me. That's a super cool info, thank you Slaughterboard, because I looked into it, I gave up, and now you're saying there's a way, so I'm super happy about it. I didn't show you the quirk with the approach mode, but honestly, all planes in Flight Sim have some quirks. So, and I think no matter how hard the devs try, there will be some differences. So what I'm trying to do is just understand what those differences are and fly knowing them. And then when I go to real plane, I still will be very cautious and I think, alright, I'm first in this plane, I know I flew in Flight Sim, but everything can be different, so just be careful. And I think that's my advice. When you're learning in the sim, don't take anything for granted, because when you come to real plane, everything may be different. So you need to have this mental flexibility to come to a plane and just learn its way. Wind is showing 180 at 6. So that's from here, so that's from the left. Also, it's true wind, not magnetic, so... And we have ad starting in 30 seconds, so I'll run it now. So you'll still be... still see the approach. I'm on full flaps already, we are slow. I wonder what's up with the glide slope. Right, it's fine. Alright, welcome back after the ad. So you basically created a profile for the plane and it had G600 and it let you buy the database. Fantastic. I just ran the ad real early so you won't miss the landing. We are slowed down to 90 knots already. We are full flaps, gear down. Why is this running? I didn't want you running. Glide slope alive. So it's funny about the 2-dot scale. For example, on VR, I think it's showing 12 degrees on a full scale, and then the second dot is on 10 degrees. So it will go a bit up. Of course, the localizer doesn't have the deflection in degrees, it's just the modulation and whatnot. Also, this plane is, I think it's great for learning IFR because Steam gauges make you think more, and it's for you to have the situation awareness. It's not being shown to you all over the place. We have also PMS 750, but like TDS more. Yeah, I think TDS, well, it's based on a Garmin trainer, so it should be exactly right. Right, glide slope is coming there, so I will disconnect the autopilot. Flight director off, yaw damper off, and start the descent. So reduce airspeed a bit. Whoa. I've got 50 hours at night. I just got the achievement. So let's see. Ground speed is 73 knots. So we need 5 times 7. So that's 350 feet per minute on the descent that we need. And that's why we're getting below the glide slope. So let me correct that. I need to go slightly to the right. I know runway is there, I'm not using the foggles today. Final check, get around to green, prop forward, flaps full. Right, back on glide slope. Need to correct a bit to the left. I need to go down like 350 feet per minute. Go around altitude, which I forgot to set, is 2500. Probably a bad moment to set it. Also switch nav 2, so we have the VR instead of ILS on nav 2. We got way too high, so I'll reduce the power. I remember 25% was a nice power for final approach. Right, I need to change that glide slope, so that's a problem here. I don't want to go more than 1000 feet per minute descent. Throttle is a bit sensitive here. Right, we are here. Now we're high again. Now it's terrible. Alright, so that's 1 dot. I want to keep it within 1 dot. Tower minimum hour. I forgot. 388. Right, I have the runway inside, so I'll continue to land here, but if we didn't have it, that's a place to go around because of the glide slope deflection. I think I was moving the power too much and I ballooned up like a madman. Alright, now we're on glide slope. Also, we need to take the depth of the runway anyway. There's no center line here. Oh, and the lights are a bit dark in the plane, but I think that should be easy to correct for the depth. See, we hardly see anything. on the ground being illuminated. Right, slowly roll the throttle to idle. Left aileron, right rudder. Right to stay on that runway. Boom, there we go. I even heard the stall horn, I think. Right, flaps up. Hang on with the power. And we'll be turning right any moment now. There's a taxiway there. I think I remember this airport by heart now. At least where the taxiway is. So I'm looking for the line, and then the lead of area has alternating lights. Oh, here's the line, but no lights. Alright, slow down here. Taxi landing lights off and strobe off. Probably was a bad idea to look up when rolling. And we do see the terminal there. Right, transponder standby. Get those anti-ice off. Right, that's pitot, that's fine. And let's get the inertia separator on as well. I forgot to do that on final. There's the beacon line there. 2 hours already and we did one flight. Oh no. I think we'll just continue this trip on the next streams. If they happen to be early enough. I think the inertia separator only comes online in certain power conditions. I could go to the left here and it will park over there. I think I'll just take this line and we'll park here in the middle. So many people waiting for us. Right, stop here. I see my strobe didn't quite went off, or did it? I forgot one more thing. I was supposed to get our pressure altitude to 500 below elevation. So here, parking brake set. I think I won't be shutting down the plane and we'll just put in the new route. So we don't waste too much time. Also, I'm scared I will mess up, so let's not be doing this. How's the landing looking? A bit off center line. Way beyond the touchdown area, but I was not worried because I knew we have way more runway that we need anyway. So I probably need to start rolling this power a bit earlier. Right, I'll go and take a short break, have a sip of water, and then we'll get ready for the next flight. So let me set up the next flight just here. So we'll end this one here and start a new one. And we'll go to Bydgoszcz. I don't think I have been flying there yet in the sim. Right, I'll put the clock up. I'll put you in some nicer view. There we are. I think I'll mute the sim because it's so loud. We had a look at this airport in the past, so maybe we don't need to do that now. Right, let me start the clock. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, that was a fast 5 minutes. I will just reset the clock. So I have it ready for next time. Oh, didn't work well. Come on, clock, you can do it. Yeah, alright, so let me hide it and we'll go and plan the next flight. I will jump inside and mute the sim. And we can plan the next flight. I'll actually get the sim a bit quieter. So, I hope you're enjoying this. And we are planning this manually, so we're doing what SimBrief would do for us. Of course, I don't have as much data as SimBrief is looking now, but I think we're doing a good job here. Alright, allow that new flight from here, Echo Papa Zulu Golf to... And I'm not planning the alternate as well. Echo Papa Bravo Yankee. I have the scenery loaded in for that as well. Let's see here. Those airspaces, they are in my way, so I'll hide them. Tasser, that's sus. Those 2 points, they're, well, better collocated than the other. But they did put the waypoints where the VRs are. Oh look, there's grass airstrip as well here. Alright, run is available 2 for takeoff. No departure available. Okay. Interesting. Let's have a look at the charts. There might be something here. Nope. Alright, so since this flatlands, I just assume runway heading, climb above the MSA, wherever it is here. So let's check the MSA. I think we'll be turning right. So 3000 is super safe altitude. But I just want to be above all those altitudes and make sure it's easy for me to remember. So let's say 3000. And that's within 25 miles, if I remember correctly, from the VR. Or was it 20 miles? I'm confused because those rather minimum altitudes, they do include 20 miles here. Oh, I think they just have a ring for reference, so that's not related to the MSA. So even lower would be fine. Right, so first things first, let's put this 3000, so I have this ready. Let's check the arrival. And let's check the weather as well, maybe. Actually, we can check it later. Runways 20. That's the concrete one. The other one the others are grass strips, I believe. Wait, that's the grass strip as well. That's the longest runway. So 0826 is the one we want to take. And we'll see about it in a moment, because I want to have a look at the approaches and we will do something mad. I think they used to have NDB approach, but they used to. It's not here anymore. But it was the last place in the area with NDB approach, and not here anymore. I was so hyped about doing it now, and it's not here. Right, I think we can go Vordiemi Zulu from Abibo. Let's see if that works. I did put that in here. What about the arrivals? So there's one going to Abibo from Luke Sud. There's a few of them. So to runway 08 and there's Luke Sud 1 November, 1 Papa, 1 Sierra. Why is there so many? Oh, and they're going directly over Bravo Yankee Zulu. Actually, let's check the other approaches. Maybe there's a more interesting one. Let's have a look at the Yankee. And it's from Bravo Yankee Zulu. And there's 1 and 2. Now 1 is for fast aircraft. The 2 is for slower aircraft. And we would need to do a holding as well. So I am super into that. We'll need to do holding for course reversal and... Wait, I think What'd I do? I didn't select it, I think. Yeah, it's starting in a few seconds, so don't worry about that. We won't be done before that is over. And this is not loading anymore. I'll just remove it. Right, for DME Yankee runway 08 and from Bravo Yankee Zulu 2, that's the one I want. It doesn't want it. Oh no, I broke it. Hang on, let me clear this up. I'll start again. So runway 08 arrival looks like 1 November is using fixes, so it's not RNF arrival, it's using just the VR. Do 1 Papa, that's using waypoints and that's using fixes as well. What's the difference between 1 Sierra and 1 Papa? Sorry, and 1 November. Rivals or runways and 1 November. Oh, it's the same chart. So let's see what's the difference here. Looks at 1 November and 1 Sierra. 1 November, 1 Sierra, and there's 1 Sierra here, and so the 1 November ends at Abibo, 1 Sierra goes to Bravo Yankee Zulu. Okay, so let's do 1 Sierra. I want to fly this more complicated approach, so that's why I'm doing all of this shenanigans. I hope you're with me. So we chose 1 Sierra over the VR, and we'll do the approach. And Vordiemi Yankee 08 from Luxo 1 Sierra, Bravo Yankee Zulu, and the number 2. Now it loaded. Perfect. So you see, we cannot turn that tight, so we'll need to do course reversal over the VR. So I think, just checked, 172 was able to arm approach without an issue. The 850 does arm the... Oh. Okay, I see. It arms the approach only when there is no signal from localizer. But when there is a signal, even if you are full scale deflection, it's still showing as active, so that was the problem. Maybe. I'm not sure. I looked at the Elvers and I was confused what I'm seeing, and as well, it wasn't showing armed anyway. So I just thought I will only hit the approach mode when I'm sure it will normally be active, not armed. Anyway, I don't think it's a major issue, and if you know about that, it shouldn't be a problem. If you don't know about it, it shouldn't cause too many trouble anyway. Right, so there is a holding, and we can do a cross reversal holding first. So we'll do holding entry. We can either stay in there for a loop or two, or just do entry and then fly this on the 1-2-3-9er and do the approach. Just to make sure it works like you claimed. My man, that's the spirit. I like checking things as well. Alright, so we've got that covered. Now we need to get there somehow. So I think you can take off and go to Kalod. That's the one that's often serving this airport. So right turn to Kalod, then we can go to... what sort of a mess is this? Overall working title, a great job for us with driving. Yes, it's one of the best things that happened to Misfits since Misfits happened. They did a great job. I think just Asobo didn't appreciate what they're getting themselves into, like how much depth there is and how much things you can do right or wrong. And yeah, the working title things aren't perfect yet, that they're pretty amazing. That doesn't look like an intersection to me. Yeah, the different places are great now thanks to working title. I do agree. They really are. What madness is that? I think in that case we'll do right turn direct airnox and we'll go from there. It's at flight level 100, so we'll be able to do that. And there is 4,000 here, 2,600, 3,000. Right, so as soon as we are over 4,000, we are safe. So we'll go direct airnox and continue from there. Right, so direct airnox. And then from airnox we do take... is that gonna... no, it's one way. I think they don't want us to go there. You know what? I think we can do direct. Best move MS could do was to hear them. Yeah, for real. And it's so surprising they started doing that out of the blue for free and then they got hired, which was a smart move. Right. I think that's what we'll do. Call out direct, Luxut direct. Because really there's nothing much I can figure out that will look good. I don't think the ATC would complain too much about that. So you see, it's a bit awkward to fly from here to there, because first, like, how do you get this on the airways with flying so far away? And then this one is going only one way. There's this one, but we can just do it direct. I think ATC would agree to that. In Europe, when you fire the flight plan, it gets validated, so if it gets validated, it's good to go. And by validating, they're actually checking if you're not flying through any closed airspace and if you're whatnot. Sometimes you need to do some crazy flight plan just to get it validated, only to ATC that you actually want to do something a bit simpler, and they say, okay, go ahead. So that's Europe for us. Alright, I think that's done here. Weather in Bydgoszcz, 160 at 5, 140 between 140 and 200, Kavok 10 at 10, deep at 7, Kinich 983. And that's our taxi chart. Also look that the VR is here in the middle of field. You can see it when you're flying, it's huge. Actually, let me show you the airport. I know we've been here before, but maybe you haven't seen it yet, so I'll show you around. I'll just make it daytime briefly. Whoa, so many planes. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you on board. I'm still glad you're flying along with me when I'm taking forever to do things. Makes me happy. So we've got... That's, I think, Lim 2, which is licensed version of MiG-15. I don't remember if it's here in real life or not. I've actually been on this airport once. I've been flying here a lot, just only set my foot here once. There's the windsock, there's the runway. So it's just an airfield airport in the middle of the forest. There's fire station, a lot of those bunker hangars after the, well, Cold War and whatnot. I don't know if and what they're using them for. There's a new hangar of Smite Vision, the flight school, and 2 Texnams, the Uniform Charlie and the Sierra Mike Romeo. There is the control tower, which looks a bit sad. Looks like old military thing. But yeah, there we are. They even have Canal Plus. And cars. And there's another apron. I've never been on this apron. I'm not sure if it's old or new, because I don't remember seeing it. Or maybe it's more for military. I have no clue. There's the Gleisel building. And it only has ALS on one end, so you have the lights for the approach, but the localizer is only on the departure end. And of course the VR here in the middle. As you can see, this is Doppler VR, not classic VR, because it doesn't have physically rotating antenna in a cone. It just has those antennas that are generating the signal, basically electronically. They just alternate which antenna is producing the signal, and then Doppler effect does the job, and you basically get whatever similar signal to classic VR, so the receiver can interpret it the same way. And remember, localizer antenna is always on the, well, almost always on the far end of the runway, so that it provides you guidance on the rollout on runway. So that's the localizer antenna, and it will transmit both ways. That's pretty much it. I have no clue if it includes any other objects. Well, it looks like it includes the church. That may be from the scenery. It's noon somewhere. Definitely here. I don't know. And there's this very, very small apron. You can see some aircraft every now and then here. Sometimes the government aircraft, and there's some airline flights here, but not too much. Super small apron, super small terminal. There we go. That's it. Does the drone go back in? I don't enjoy flying at night, so do we stay at night? Let's stay at night. It's more difficult for me. Okay. Why is this wrong? Did I have it wrong all along? That may explain my trouble on the final approach. Alright, we go flight plan, menu, delete flight plan, enter. Sure, get rid of the... Is there a departure here? Let's have a look what it says. Select departure, enter. Ek Papa Zulu Golf. It doesn't even let me skip to the other ones, so there is no departure here. Right, so flight plan, click, rotate, Papa Zulu Golf. Enter. Hang on, I need to copy the route for you. Danger, danger. Controller A, Control C, go there. Routes, Control A, Control V, save that. Let's have a look. There's the route for you. It's a bit of a wonky one, but I like it. Right, Kellogg. Alright, looks good. And when we're flying, because it draw a line from Zulu Golf to Kellogg, and when we're flying, we'll just hit direct Kellogg, so we are not going back to that line. That makes no sense for us. Alright, looks good. Enter. Now strike the procedure. Select arrival. I need to go back here. Echo Papa Bravo Yankee. Alright, select that. That was Luxu. One Sierra. Okay. Let's see, runway 08. Hang on, I did it wrong. I need to click enter. Right, from Luxo to Bravo Yankee Zulu. Looks good. Now it has a habit of keeping the points that shouldn't have been there, so let's double check that. Kellogg, Luxo, Bravo Yankee Zulu. Alright, procedure. Approach and VOR DME Yankee 08. Just double checking that. Yep. And here's the convention. The Bravo Yankee, the one is for faster aircraft, the 2 is for slower aircraft. So 1 is Charlie and Delta, 2 is Alpha and Bravo, and we're Alpha and Bravo. So we go for Bravo Yankee Zulu 2. You can see them here as well. Here's faster one and the slower one, I believe. So we go for that and see we got the smaller one. Load that. GPS is for guidance and monitoring only. Alright, Bravo Yankee Zulu, blah blah blah. Okay, and here's the misapproach part. Perfect. I'm happy with that. So we can go to map. Need to drop off. Thank you for joining. Thanks to stream, I joined the flight route and first flight in TBM 850. Yay! I'm glad you like it. Have a good evening. Alright, so that is done. As just eyeballed it here, it looks about right. And I think I was mentioning we have this line drawn from airport directly to Kellogg. So if we take off and we hit nav, it will go back here and intercept that, which we don't really need. So once we want to go there, I'll just hit direct and we will go there. So we'll go direct, enter, enter. No. Cancel. Alright. Why the big line? Fuel-wise we're good. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, so I think we'll do the flight. I'll call it a day. And we'll continue this in future. Tabletop! Thank you for the sub, 2 months. Glad to have you here. How are you doing? How are your checklist videos? They're pretty cool. Let me give you the shout as well. There we go. Another cool streamer. Go check out. Can recommend. Also, I think we are in a very opposite time zone, so don't often have a chance to see you. Yeah, they've been fun. The more videos we have, the better for everyone to learn. Been busy, I see. Get back on the train. Cool. Enjoy the ride. We are ready for the ride as well, so let's get going. I like how the transponder changes to night mode. This is great. Alright. Transponder alt. Taxi light on. And we'll be there in a minute, so that's fine. We'll be backtracking then. That's gonna be perfect. Or didn't I? I think I'm clicking something weird. Wonder what right alt plus L is doing, because I saw something going off. I'll get the heaters on already. Inertia separators on. Cabin altitude is 500 below our current altitude. 3000 set here. I need the runway heading as well, so let's get that. 240, 187. The 240 here. I also want to go. I won't be on the VR. And the VR is... Oh, there's another shout out. Great. I think I queued to them. 11065. Wrong one. Alright, 65110. So set that. We are on the VR1 now. And heading was 240. 240 here and 240 here. Perfect. Let's set 240 on off 2 as well. We have it, so why not use it? I think that's 240, and this guy's synchronized, so we have 240 as well. Alright, I feel like I'm ready to go. Next slide down. Step on the brakes. Working brake released. And we're rolling. I can hardly see anything here, so that's one issue here with the lights. It is a bit dark. Also, I have some mod that supposedly makes the lights more realistic, but I tried without it and I think it was dark as well, so I'm not sure if that's changed anything. That's the only way for me to see where we're going. Alright, entering the runway. I also have double set of taxiway signs. I think I have got one from the black square taxiway signs and other from the current scenery. I may look into that. As I mentioned, it's hard maintaining all the mods that we have. Alright, one of my monitors went a bit haywire, so I'm trying to fix it there. There's a zombie already. Perfect. Let's get the strobe lights on as well. Seeing the center line here. Hard. How fast are we rolling? I don't see because we are on the wrong chart here. 35 knots. That's fast. Let me slow down a bit then. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Need to be patient. I honestly thought we will visit more reports today, but seems 2 is the 2 is the right number for me. Well, also on the right, the center line is not here. It's not illuminated and whatsoever. I think they have it here in real life also. I don't think I have been here at night, so maybe it's actually not there. I wouldn't be all too surprised. 50 knots ground speed. Right, central line is here to the right. I see the runway threshold coming in at us. It's dark, it's scary. Where is everything? I think we're just about there. Okay, I'll turn around here. There's even taxiway line. The full right, brake, add some power. Not enough. We stopped again. Here's the runway center line. I will stop here and let's check. 240, 240, 240, and here 240. That's cool. Hang on, I just need my monitor fixed. Is going crazy. Hang on. Going crazier than it ever has, so I'm not very happy about it. Alright, let's hope it fixes itself. So we are ready to go. I'll step on the brakes this time and apply the takeoff torque. Oh, and the landing lights, hang on. Alright, slowly moving the throttle, that power lever, until it's on 100. I need to remember it's called power level here, not throttle. Alright, here we are at 100. Release the brakes. And on the throttle, stay on the center line. Use the pedals. Actually, I would pull back the yoke a bit so we release the pressure from the nose gear. Slowly start releasing this pressure on the yoke. I'll keep some back pressure anyway. Airspeed life, 100. Rotate here. Oh my. Positive climb. I want 10-degree pitch. Gear up, and we don't see where we're going whatsoever. Flaps up. if they were ever in takeoff. There might have not have been. Right, trim up. Let's get flight director on first. I'll see if it synchronizes where I want to go. It did. Autopilot on, yaw damper on. Let's keep it in indicated airspeed mode and heading. Alright, now we go here, move this to 850. And also our cruise altitude. I never decided where we are going. Let's go same altitude, 15,000. Right, 1,000 to go. I'll dial this up to 15,000 already. I can also increase the torque to the red line. There's 3,000, so I'll go right as I eyeball it direct callout. I'll start the turn, and now when we're in turn, I will go in GPS, click direct, enter, enter, and now we have this direct callout. So I will switch the CDI here to GPS, get that heading there, and switch it to nav mode. There we go. I think I can reduce our rate of climb as well. Just have a quick look at the cabin altitude. It's climbing, so that's fine. So we are in the indicated airspeed mode. I can use the rocker down, increase. I think we should have it down to increase the airspeed, although I'm not sure if it's doing anything. It was supposed to work after the last update. Now it is changing. So down is airspeed down and up is airspeed up. You don't see anywhere what the target is. You need to think about it. Right, get the heaters on since we are entering the clouds any moment now. I'll get the landing lights off as well. Right, and I see the other plane here. Whoa. Alright, I just know you were there. I think I saw you. There you are, just below me. Okay, I'll get back to flying. That's what I do best. Okay, so when I had it up, it actually increased their speed. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should increase to 140 knots. That's what I want to keep. That's my guesstimate of the best airspeed to climb here. So it is working, but you just need to be careful because you don't see the target anywhere. We passed 6,500, so go to standards here and on the other side as well. Right, 1013 around here and compare that 9494 and 95 here. So we're looking good on that. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Cabin pressure situation looks good. I can add some more power. Oh, the inertia separator, I forgot it. So I need to get my things straight after takeoff. So flaps over torque, no. I did again. Let's clean it. It looks so bad. I don't want it here. Right. Now then see it. We passed Calod and now we're going direct. Look suit. Perfect. still a bit to climb. We've got 3000 to go. Oh, the brightness for the HSI is here, so I'll dial it down way more. That is the proper night mode, and we do have the stars. I think Orion is up because it's winter. I just don't remember where it is. I think that's the one. The 3 stars in a row is Orion. With the like somewhere here and the also somewhere here. That might be it, but I may also be wrong. Alright, 1000 to go. Vertical speed. And reduce that. So that's one quirk I'm seeing. After engaging vertical speed, I need to push to edit VS again. Note taken. Right, 15,000. Well, level 150. Can go to soft ride now. It's in capture, so it should capture it anytime now. There we go. And captured, so airspeed is increasing. I need to watch so we don't go too fast or anything like that. Alright. 64 miles. Oh, I see my ground speed here as well. No, I removed as the closing rate. I'm not sure. 14 minutes to go, so not much. Let's go and prepare. That was my way to fix the monitor. Also, this taxiway here seems to be closed, so that's why I was backtracking. So let's see the altitudes. We need to be 3000 over Bravo. Oh, 4000 over Bravo Yankee Zulu. And now we are 11,000, so that's... Sorry, we are 15,000, so that's 11,000 to lose. But remember, we have this huge correction today of 800 feet. And we are now showing higher than we are. Let me think. So if we turn the QNH down, it will be showing lower. So we'll be showing at 14,000. So we've got only 10,300 to lose of the altitude. So 10,000, that gives times 3, 30 miles. So let's have a look here. That's 16 miles plus... Well, 15 plus 10, that's 25 miles. Right, so I think we can start the descent that looks good. And just do that. I'll just make a bit steeper descent. And we will be fine. Perfect. What's our airspeed? 220 knots indicated, and ground speed 295. Note that it doesn't have the wind information because the 530 doesn't get the air data, so it doesn't know our indicated airspeed or our heading, so it cannot compute the wind. It just knows our track. Right, 10 minutes of cruise, so we can brief the arrival and approach. Right, we go Luxut, then heading... Luxut is at 25.5 miles, so we can fly this on VR, so I'll turn off the GPS and we'll fly this on VR only, and DME. So looks this 25.5 miles from Bravo Yankee Zulu 1127. So let's set this up 1127. And I'll put it on active already. I'll also dial it in here on the nav2 1127, and I'll get the radial. So we need inbound 286 here. Okay, 286. That seems about right. Sorry, 086. So OBS go 086. That's 085, one click 086. So that will be showing us the radial we need to follow. So I'll have this indication a bit early. And also I can change my DME shown here. Maybe I can't. Oh, we can do that. So we have the distance to 242 and the bearing. So we will go and use that. Right, so Luxut, we can descend to 6,000 miles, so we've got 9 miles night and 8 miles to go to Abibo. Abibo is distance 15.7 from Bravo Yankee Zulu. We continue on 286, which is radial 266, so radial is the opposite number. We get to Bravo Yankee Zulu at 4,000 feet. The MSA highest one is 2,400. Final approach course 072. Final approach fix 2,000. Distance 5.3. DA 660 or MDA, and now DA/MDA. And we really use the DA here. I'll use the MDA, so we'll level off. You know what we'll do? I will level off at 660 because we have never done that, and then I'll look for the runway, and then we'll continue the descent. Also, the RVR is 1500, and the visibility was well greater than that, so we can start the approach, no problem. I'll wait for that to finish, so hang on. And that's finishing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, welcome back everyone. So we started what do we had? The MDA 660, air elevation 236, missed approach, climb straight ahead to Bravo Yankee 2824, which is... we'll figure out in a moment. At 7 miles, but what's there? Oh, I think it's just the same heading / radial. So 07, we continue on 072. You know what? We'll do the miss approach, and maybe we'll do the one more approach. I think that's gonna be cool. Turn right, max to 20 knots to VR, climbing 2,300. Right, transition level by C, we'll choose 90 today because of the low QNH. And what we'll do from the VR, outbound 239er, so we go on this radial until distance 7 miles. Then right turn on the inbound 072 at 5.3 we start the approach. 3.3 degree descent, so we need to use the table. And we also have the time, so I'll try to start the timer to missed approach point. Because if the missed, what does it say? Missed approach point is the VR, so we don't really need the timer, but let's start it, why not? So we'll be descending 90 knots. That's 5:30 descent, right? 3 minutes 30 seconds until miss approach. And we will be checking our distance versus altitude and correcting based on what we see here on the table. Touchdown crescent height 50. Northing. High intensity approach lighting system, puppy left side. And I think I've got it all. Do we do the missed approach or not? I'm feeling a bit tired, so I'll see how I feel about it. Maybe it won't take that much longer. Oh, also, one thing I forgot. We need to get established in holding first, so we will fly. Here you can easily see which method we want to choose, so I think we'll fly. Well, we have some wiggle room, but we should fly the parallel. So outbound 080 and then right turn to intercept inbound 260. I'll keep this view for me. And let's see how we are doing here. Why is my screen so dark? Hey screen. Never got the weather radar on, so now it's on. Alright, synchronize the heading. 70 miles to go, that's 3 minutes, so I got ready just in time. Short flights are cool and exhausting. I hope you like it as well. I think we'll do first approach in autopilot and we'll do second approach manually. I want to try approach in autopilot in VR. It's also a lot to manage. Three minutes. I just want to check where I'm supposed to set the altitude in pressure system. So let's have a look at that. What's in the descent? Yeah, it's in the descent. Alright, so we'll do it in the descent then. I think when crossing our transition level, that's gonna be a good place to do that maybe. Because the cabin altitude I think is gonna climb when I do that. Now it's actually gonna maybe stay just at the limit here. We'll see. 2 minutes to go. Hang on, I need the other view. I'm a dummy. 086. So get ready. 086 is set here, except we cannot make the nav make follow it. Actually we can, if I just switch to... Right, let's go heading mode. I'll switch to nav 1 here already and get that to 086. Wrong way. Wow, that's right about now. Let's start turning. Actually, because we are quite far away, that's gonna take a while to intercept that. So I'll stay on this heading until it's moving. And let's start our descent. 4,000. Hey, let's get vertical speed. That's the problem I'm having. I gauge the vertical speed, but it's changing the wrong thing. So 1500, we need a bit more than that, so I'll do 1700. And I'll keep the power for now. We are intercepting the radial here, so I'll adjust the heading, go to nav mode. And let's set our altitude. That was, so we need it slightly below at 200 feet below sea level. And what's it doing now? It's descending. Very nice. Right, it's intercepting the VR. I will just make sure I stay at 250 knots, so we're good to go. Actually, maybe I'll reduce the speed a bit. So when I go through flight level 10, I just want to be sure I'm below 250 knots. Right, so Abivo is 15.7 miles. I think I need to descend a bit steeper. Let's reduce the torque as well. I'll go 60. Right, we're 18.2, so that's still a bit to go. 2 miles to go. And then we can descend further into 4000. So far so good. I hope you're liking it. Right, passing 10,000 in a moment, and we are below 250 knots, so that's fine. TBM still, of course, and we'll be doing the VR approach. Look at this. We'll get established in holding and do good old VR approach in autopilot first. Final home, my genius. Cool. Great to have you here. Yeah, the TBM is great. There are a few quirks here and there, but I really like it. And it's so cool for flying IFR, like your mental awareness needs to be on point because it's so fast. Alright. So 983 was the QNH. 984 it is now. So transfer level 900, let's go to 984. Left side is done, now the right side. Quick. Right, that's done. Cross check 7474. So we are decent rate 2000. And let's see, we've got 9 miles to go. And we're doing 230. Right, I am too confused now to calculate if we're descending too fast or too slow. I bet we're descending too fast, which is great because I'll level up sooner. That's what I want to do. Also, my sim performance is maybe back to normal. I'll try some tests offline. 2000 to go, stay within 2000 feet per minute. No soft ride anymore, it's a hard ride home. $1,000 to go, reduce that VS to 1000 feet per minute within the last 1000. Show 1000 to go. Right, I think the torque will be Actually, we can start slowing down a bit, so let's get it to 50%. Five miles to go. So I feel schooled in this aircraft. Like, you need to be on top of what you're doing, flying IFR. I super enjoy it. Get the lights on. Are the strobe lights on actually? They are. I need to get this red headlamp as well. And 4,000 leveling off now. 3 miles to go. Perfect. That's a slight waste of fuel, but feels on the safer end for me, so I'm not sure if I'm on top of everything. I like to level up early and whatnot, so I know I have some room for everything and I'm not getting light in the plane. Right, 2 miles to go, and we'll be establishing holdings. So first outbound 080, we'll do parallel entry. That's a very slight turn, so I'll do the turn just a bit early there. Actually, we're probably half mile above it, so let's do left 080. It should intercept it for me. Oh, Jesus, you're starting school tomorrow, am I right? Yay, finally. It didn't work, so let's go heading. Get that in control. So we saw the nav mode went off there for whatever reason. Right, now it's in nav mode, so you need to be careful what mode you are. And just remember that the modes are displayed here, not necessarily here. So what's on the primary display, that's binding. It didn't start the clock. So let's do that 1 minute. Will be slightly too far because I started the clock late, but I think it's gonna be fine. Also get out of that 850 mode now. So I don't run into this later. Right, I'll give myself 10 seconds so that we correct for me starting the clock late. Right, so we can go. I switched to heading mode because I need to operate this manually. So now we want our radial plus inbound plus 45 degree. Oh no, you poor thing. See, I got over to the other side and it started turning the other side. So we need to do it in 2 steps. Airspeed is fine. I will actually get first notch of flaps on takeoff, so we get some more drag when I need it. Slow down. And 45 degree will be here. That's what we're gonna do to intercept that. And I'll also rotate the course to 260. Right, it's going crazy. 260. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Right, there we go. Double clock, reset the clock. We'll use it later. I see that zombie is already there, down there. GG. Right, and now we'll be intercepting inbound for this holding. And next will be outbound 239er. Right, this is already moving, so I'll start intercepting that with the heading mode. Right, get in the nav mode. We are in the nav mode. So let it track the radial in. And when we are over the VR, we'll switch to the outbound radial 239er. Right, showing 3.7 miles to go. We are 4,000 feet, so that's 2/3 of a mile over the VR. Which means we'll be reading like 0.5, 0.6 when we're passing over the VR. So take note on that. Ad is starting in 1 minute, so we are good about it. Alright, looks like 1.5 miles to go. Now let's go into heading mode because we'll lose the VR, so I'm not sure what it will do when that happens. Actually, we can anticipate that turn slightly. Right, it's 1 mile to go, so I'll just stay on this heading. I'll turn to 39er here so that we're ready to go. And we'll just intercept that. Right, so now we're flying outbound, descent 2000. Click, vertical speed mode, click. And let's dial in 1000 feet per minute. I will drop the gear. Actually, now we can drop the gear and flaps after the turn. So we turn around and then I will drop the gear and flaps. So we still will have room to slow down before final approach fix. And I messed up here, so let's correct this. We are like 15 degrees off. Let's get back on it. I forgot I'm in heading mode, not the nav modes. That's the problem. Should be fine since we are staying inside the maneuvering area. Ad is running. TDI live. Let's go nav mode. Nav mode is engaged and it should start intercepting that now. There we go. I hear the beeps. 1000 to go. Welcome back after the ad, and we are now flying the outbound, descending 1000 feet, and we start the turn at 7 miles. So 3 miles to go. Right, and we'll be turning inbound 072. I think I'll rotate the course a bit early, so I don't do that in a turn. Actually, yeah, we can do it in turns, no matter. Leveling of 2000. Right, I think we'll just land from here. I'm a bit tired, so I don't want to do the miss approach. So we'll fly the approach in autopilot and we'll do the landing. 1 mile to go. I'm switching to heading mode. Too close for nav, switching to heading. Right, and 0.2 to go. I also have the GPS handy, but I'm focusing only on those primary instruments. Turn, 072. So we should intercept that. But we'll see how it works. So I leave some room to intercept it. Change course to 072. Right, in a turn, CDI life. So we'll just get just where I want to be. It's looking pretty good, so I'll switch to nav mode. We have only 2.5 miles to go, so speed check, gear down, reduce power. I'll drop it to 30% torque until we slow down enough for full flaps. Gear in transit. Synchronize this heading back. And 5.3 is our final approach fix. And let's remember our descent rate will be... Alright, I'll look there in a second. One mile to go. Speed check, flaps full. And now I need to advance the power so it does not slow down too much. I think we'll keep 100 knots. So our ground speed will be give or take here in the table. So 587, well 550 feet per minute descent rate. And ground altitude was 2300. So I'll go to VS, it's at 0. 5.3 starting the descent, so 500, well we need 550, so I'll be oscillating between that. 2300 is set, I'll keep it here. Our minima 660. Right, we're past 5 miles, 1880. Right, so I think we're okay. Next 4 miles, 1530. And final check, gear down 3 green, prop forward, flaps full. To do the 4 miles, we are a bit high, so I'll increase the descent rate. There are 1000 to go, 900 to go. Alright, I'll start the countdown when you're on the opposite, so around here. Next is 3 miles, 1180. 3 miles, 100 high. Alright, so I'll slow down a bit. Actually, the power is a bit fast. 1500 to go. Next, 2 miles, 830. 400 to go. 300 to go. Two miles, we are 900 instead of 830, so it's slightly high. 300 to go. No, 200 to go. 100 to go. And let's level off at 660. So disengaging the autopilot. Level off here. Runway inside, so continue to land. Whoosh. Let's check the landing lights. Okay. So that was all pretty fast, but we managed pretty well. I was maybe a bit late on the callouts here and whatnot, but at least I did the countdown for our MDA. And finally I managed to level off at the MDA. Alright, I forgot to do the wind check, so I'm not sure where it is. Terminal is there at the back, so don't worry about it. Right, I'm rolling the throttle to idle now. Let it float. Is the ground 99? Perfect. I'll leave it in ground idle. Laps up. I think we can do the inertia separator on runway. There's not supposed to be. I forgot to do it again. Alright, anti-icing's off. There's taxiway exit here, so I think we should... No, actually we can go all the way to the end. Oh, there's the zombies here, so hang on. I'll turn around and we'll exit there. Step on the brakes, inertia separators online. So maybe I need to go the inertia separator on very short final. Maybe that's the good idea. Here's the taxiway, landing lights off. Here, I don't like those things moving when I'm not looking where I'm going and it's dark outside. Strobes off as well. Alright, there we go. Let's continue the text. So we were moving pretty fast and I was reaching where I don't see... So dark in here. Pretty cool, the VR approach, that was interesting. It's first in a long time when I've done it in autopilot, not flying manually. And it didn't necessarily make things easier. You know what, I'll switch to day. So I can see what's going on around here. Let's go to like sunset area. I see, so that's what it shows. Sounds great. I'll go to the next place then. So you take the 10, I'll take the 9. Pop the head up a bit. What does it look like? I think we go on the right side and then end on the left side because there is the stop line. Oh, there's the arrow as well here. I'm having trouble operating the taxi power here. Madness. Alright, we'll step here. Working brake set. I will try to shut it down, just doing it by what I feel is right, and maybe next time we will figure out if I did something wrong. Oh look, we do see the power plant there. Fantastic. We also have a look at the airport. I forgot the flight director and the out damper off. Taxi light off. So we only have nav on? I think I got it off at some point by mistake. Right, I'll get the ignition off. We keep that. Let's get the lid off, Faflon off. This off. Temperature stays, so it should depressurize. We're at 0. We can damp it as well, because why not? Maybe it's not a good idea to do actually, I'm not sure. Alright, transponder standby and off. Radar off. Radio master can't go off now. Gyros off. Those heaters off. I'll get the inertia separator off as well. Looks clean in the area, so I hope we'll not ingest anything. And I think that's where we can shut it down. So, cut off, feather. Go away. Fuel to off. Generator off. I think we're good. Have I forgotten anything? Autopilot and trim master. So let's go through everything. All off here. Oh, The HSI master off. So that's all off here. The section is off. Nothing to do here. Gear is down. This guy stays on. Off, off. You can enable the cabin lights so they can actually get out and see where they're going. Ground idle, feather, cut off, flaps are up. This is off, 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 off. Fuel selector off, auxiliary boost pump off. And all good here. So, battery master off and crash bar off. I'll open the door. I'll do a short break and I'll play the outro for you. So unlocked, open the door, open this. So I'll do a short break and I'll play the outro for you. I forgot the chrono as well. And to also have a look around the airport. So I'll be back before the 5-minute counter. Okay, I'm back. I made it. Let's reset the timer. Hang on. I just wanted to show the right number. Perfect. Now we can hide it and we can go have a look around the airport. I see the zombies already gone from here, but we can still have a look around. I have never been here, so I'm not sure how accurate this is, but it probably is pretty accurate. I'll just dial the time a bit earlier so we can see a bit more. I think that looks about right. So let's have a look. As usual, ton of old military stuff that may or may not be used at the moment. So that looks a bit funny whenever I see that. Some remnants of the age that's already gone. All those bunker hangars and whatnot. And new aprons done here. Quite a lot of space. Oh look, there's a parking space here as well. Amazing. There's a building, ton of those other hangars. And that's quite a lot of parking space. Oh, there's the Aero Club, so these are the grass strips that we are seeing. So we can actually practice flying on ground here as well, but not with the TBM. Why are they having the power plant here? Alright, maybe it's some sort of factory that's here, so that's why they have those chimneys. Is there a maintenance base here? What? How does that work? Oh, it looks like they live here, so we have a 737 from government. So there's a chance they actually live here. Interesting. Oh, I see. WZL is basically maintenance company and whatnot from the military. So that makes sense. So the factory here is basically this maintenance facility. They've got a... Alright, let's go. So that really does look like Lim 2, the MiG-15 license plane. That's Iskra, aka the Spark, Polish trainer aircraft from 60s or 50s. We've got Su-22 and... Oh dear, I never ever remember those for the life of me. The first one, it has a crazy name. So the first two are not the... So there's Su-22 here in the back, and so two of them and three different aircraft. I don't exactly remember which they are. Yeah, there's a city there. We do see the power plant in the city, so that may be coming from the scenery. So we may have two power plants if I do have two sets of sceneries. Oh, and there's Carrefour. Alright, GG. Well played, scenery. Important stuff is there. It might be a visual reporting point, so if it actually is, that will make a lot of sense. And there's the Aero Club. That's where the grass strips are, and they do seem to have a hangar here, as well as some training Cessnas, and the fuel station, and the diamond, and a hangar. Alright, that plane is well under maintenance. This Skyleader 600. Cool stuff. We have the VR, again, the Doppler VR. There's a fence running around the airport here, or maybe just a route. And here I think we have the yellow lights at the end. It looks like we do. I think I was complaining in the Wrocław scenery. Yep, we most definitely do. Also, there have some problem with the visibility, but we don't have the center line lights. So see, last 2000 feet of the runway is marked with the yellow edge lights. That's the thing that seems to be missing in the Wrocław scenery. And no localizer antenna here because it's probably only on the other end. It's supposed to be on the departure end of runway. And there it is, the localizer antenna. Let's have a look at the main terminal and we'll end the trip here. Those camouflage buildings are looking scary. There's a... Oh, the plane just has open canopy, so that's what it is. We have snow plows and whatnot. There's the fancy terminal, and there's enter, whatever you want to call it. I wonder if we're gonna get inside. Do either doing that. Out there it's nice here. And here are the snacks. That's what I need now. I need them snacks. And the coffee. Well, I won't be taking coffee that late tomorrow. There's a few to choose from. So that's pretty cool. Well, we've got some posters here. I don't think I can take any exit here, so we'll just go through the glass door. And here seems to be some passenger area. The parking, the blocky cars. I like those textures there in the background with the parallax effect. That's pretty neat. Right, we do have the entrance here. The check-in. There it's small. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and there are the toilets. That's what I needed a few minutes ago. That's a fair place to run to though. Alright, there's some more hangars here. Let's have a look what that is. I see. I wonder what lives inside. Can we actually get in? I bet it's a no. Nope, nothing fancy here. Right, let's go back to the plane. I'll play the outro for you. And we'll call it a day. It's been a cool flight. Learning has been done. I'm feeling more and more comfortable with the plane, but as you can tell, it's fast, and flying IFR when you on purpose only use the analog gauges, it can get real difficult, really difficult. Right, I'll get the guitar out. Give me 1 sec. I'll be back in a moment. Right, the verse are on. I mean, the guitar is in. Oh, I need to start the drums. Hang on. Alright, it worked. The loop worked. It's pretty much the same I played on the beginning. Ew, what a two flights. I'm tired. I've enjoyed it. I've learned a thing or two. I definitely trained and maybe learned a thing or two myself. Still need to figure out why this flight sim performance is so choppy when I'm streaming. I'll try to experiment with that. And I'll be streaming in November again soon. Definitely not next week, but I'll see if I try to find some energy and time to stream in the week, because I feel like I need to train a bit more, and when I'm streaming, it's definitely a better training. Now, who do you write? And here's a question. How many of you do speak Polish? Because I've stumbled upon a cool streamer recently, but it's in Polish, so there's a good chance you will not understand any of it. So, how many of you do speak Polish? Let me know. Do you again rate him? He's an Airbus A320 pilot. It's in Polish, but it's pretty cool. Although I'm not sure what he's doing today. He's flying the FSR 500. Do you feel like rating him? We'll say hi. We'll be happy. Right. I'll take the silence as a yes. So let's go there. We'll see what it's about. I hope you like him. He's a super cool guy. I've been watching for the past few days and I honestly super enjoy it. So, who do you have here? Tabletop Android with the resub. Thank you. That's done with the resub. And the big line with the resub. So many resubs. Thank you. It's been so cool. I've super enjoyed the flying. It's really been great. Alright, I'm scared. He's a cool guy, but he's only in Polish, so be nice. I hope you like it. And I'll go to the end scene. And I'll see you around next time. I'll let you know what we're doing sometime early. So let me try to start the ride. It's up. No, it has the race disabled. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Error. So if the race are disabled, we need to go somewhere else. Mayday, mayday. Let's see. Boozy Ship is up. It's cool as well. I haven't had much time to watch him, but I do enjoy. So let's raid Boozy Ship. He also raided us sometime in the past. Right. The raid is up. Bye bye. Bye Toadmap Android. Bye everyone. Let's go dancing. Let's wait until the raid loads up. Alright, everyone's on board. Let's go. I'll see you around. Thank you. Bye bye bye.